fucking plan things.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, think about the fact that, like, who killed Superman? What's his name? Doomsday, right?
Yeah, it was Doomsday. Well, put him
And
into a healing coma, but
imagine. Well, true, but imagine if Batman fought him. Like, he'd have no fucking chance. None.
yeah,
None
Batman.
whatsoever.
Yeah, Batman would.
Or, but flip that the other way, and who not killed Batman but broke his back?
Bane.
Bane.
Yeah.
Now, if Bane fought Superman, I think Superman would be like, "Oh, hey there, laser beams, dead. Next."
Yeah, dude, Superman would beat him with a fucking finger. That's it. Like, just basically like, what the hell do you think you're doing? Get out of here, you piece of shit.
Seriously, it would not be nearly the challenge that Doomsday was.
Yeah.
Because Doomsday wasn't human.
Yeah, and plus...
And I know that Bane was a, genetically enhanced human, but he's still just human.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I don't know.
I completely agree with you, and I know we did that podcast where I played the devil's advocate and had to fight for Batman, and I know that my uncle doesn't agree with it whatsoever, but I don't see any way that Batman could beat Superman in a fight. I really don't.
Yeah, because I mean, it's
an alien versus a human. End of fucking discussion. Like, that's really what it comes down to.
Well, not only that, I mean, you basically... It's there's like, well, Batman could beat Superman. Here's why. They give all these friggin' reasons, like, okay, beat him in the Frank Miller comics. Like, he didn't beat him, really. Like, he didn't. It wasn't Batman versus Superman. It turned out to be Batman and Green Arrow versus fucking Superman. Not only that, fucking, you could, like, even Bruce was like, look, he's holding back the entire time. If he wanted to, he could kill me. Which, the saying goes, don't tug on Superman's cape,
Uh-huh. I do, uh-huh. Oh, dude, that reminds me. I don't know what made me come up with this, but Liz has been listening to this group Straight No Chaser a lot. Are you familiar with them?
No. I saw there was a poster for them at Mohegan Sun. They were going to be performing there, like, I think next week or something like that, but which made me think of, like, you taking Liz out for her birthday to go see him.
I did, yeah. So this past Thursday, I believe it was, on the 20th, we went to go see Stray No Chaser at the Lowell Memorial Auditorium, right here in our backyard, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And they're an a cappella group. Not exactly my cup of tea, but I know she digs them. And anyway, one of the songs that they do on their most recent album that she's been listening to a bunch is Seal's Kiss from a Rose, which was from one of the Batman films, if you might remember.
One of the Batman films?
One of the Batman films?
Yes.
Do you remember that song, though?
Yes, I remember that song, yeah.
So they cover it, and what's actually kind of cool about the album is that on each of the songs, or not each of, but on most of the songs that they cover, they also feature the artist that did the song originally. So like Seal fucking comes and sings, like they do a Jason Mraz song, Mraz comes and sings, like shit like that. It's pretty cool.
That's kind of cool.
So like they've been doing that song, like she's been listening to that song a shit ton. Like all I have in my head right now musically is Kiss from a Rose, like going on and on and on and on and on. And I was in the bathroom like shortly before we podcasted, and I must have had you on the brain, not that I think of you while I'm in the bathroom, but all of a sudden I was thinking
dude,
Kiss
come
from
on.
a Rose. But all of a sudden I was thinking of Kiss from a Rose, and then I was like, wouldn't it be fucking awesome if Kiss covered Kiss from a Rose? With like Paul and Gene alternating parts, like Paul doing the the verse and shit, and then Gene being like baby, like that'd be fantastic. I would pay to see that shit.
Dude, I would buy that on iTunes right away.
But really, them covering any of the tunes on that Straight No Chaser disc would sound fantastic. Like they do this other tune Jolene, that would be hilarious too.
I'm trying to think. Like the last cover that Kiss did, they did something on that new Art of McCartney album. Like they cover Paul McCartney song. I forget which one they did, but they essentially covered him. And then before that, they hadn't done a cover song since God, there was like a Ramones tribute album, and they were on that. They covered Rock and Roll Radio.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that was a good long time ago. So.
They don't do many covers, huh?
No, not a lot. No, because they're just like we have our own rock and roll anthems that we're gonna be doing. It's like, guys, I'm sorry. Look, Ace isn't doing fucking rock and roll anthems, and as far as I'm concerned, his last album beat the shit out of both of your past two albums.
Yeah, the last two Kiss albums kind of suck, huh?
Yeah, like Kiss, as far as like albums go, Kiss hasn't done like a really good one since like Revenge. I mean, that was just a fucking great album for those that haven't like fucking listened to it. Um, but yeah, like fucking, you go listen to Space Invader, it's freaking great, man. Like it's like all the classic like Ace sound that you would want. And like I actually just saw him this past Friday.
Oh, you did? That's cool.
Yeah, man, he was over at the Wolf Den at Mohegan Sun. I was just like, fuck, I'm gonna go.
That's a free concert, sir, isn't it?
That's a free concert, yes, indeed.
Nice. Got to dig that Wolf's Den.
Oh yeah. So stuck around. Like they did some Kiss covers. They did a couple new songs. Ace was joking around with the crowd. They get done with like the first two songs and whatnot. He's like, "It's great to be back here, Mohegan Sun." And everybody's like, "Yeah." The crowd dies down. He's like, "Anybody lose their fucking house yet?" I was like, "There's Ace. There he is." But yeah, it was great. Like he had Richie Scarlett was back in the band. Like he hadn't been in the band since like the Freighted Comet days.
Mm.
And I mean, he's fucking sharp as a tack, man. Like singing wise, he wasn't that great, but I'm trying to think. Like each member of the band like did vocals on at least one song. It was kind of cool. Like the bass player did vocals on oh Christ, fucking I forget what the hell it was. Strange Ways.
Cool.
Richie Scarlett did it for what the hell song was it? It was like Breakout or something like that, which is a song that Ace did with Eric Carr. And then the drummer did like Love Gun. He did Strutter, and there was only one. Basically, yeah.
All of Paul's parts.
Essentially, yeah.
Strutter.
Yeah, but he was good at it, man. He was a damn good drummer too, man. But yeah, man, it was totally great show. I kind of wish somebody had went with me, but I was just like, yeah, it's all right. Everybody's just doing their own thing.
Man, I think the last concert I've been to, besides the Straight No Chaser thing, is probably Ben Harper.
Harper?
Ben Harper, yeah.
Oh, Ben Harper. Okay.
He was supporting his Get Up album with Charlie Musselwhite.
Yeah,
very good.
I'm trying to think. There's a couple people I've wanted to see I haven't seen yet. Like Billy Joel is like the big one. That's like the the white whale, so to speak.
Oh, I would love to see Billy Joel. That'd be awesome.
Oh, so would I, man. Like how fucking great would that be? But like, anytime he goes somewhere, like his tickets get sold out in like 2 seconds.
Oh yeah. Although he still has that thing at the Garden, which we've talked about before.
He does, which
man.
Dude, I would be fully in favor of like taking a day trip to New York to go and see that.
Me too, but it's probably like wicked fucking expensive.
I would imagine so, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, you'd have to get a hotel because I mean it's going to be an overnight thing. I mean, the cost is probably going to be late.
I got an uncle that lives in Jersey, and we could just probably crash at his place, for the night, if anything, right. Save us a couple of bucks.
Yeah, definitely. Fucking A, man, we should look into that. I'd love to go see Billy Joel. Because you know what? Liz definitely wouldn't go. She's not a Billy Joel fan whatsoever.
There's something wrong with that girl.
And she definitely wouldn't go all the way to New York to see him either.
Better make sure that she'll go to New York. Yeah, that's when you just like, look, I took you to see Straight No Chaser, and come on, like, I'm not exactly a big fan there, but... if I could put up with them for an hour and a half, you can put up with Billy Joel for like 2 hours.
Yeah. No, fuck it. I don't want to impose my shit,
Nah, you're a good guy for doing that too, man.
That's not how I roll.
That's the right way to be, man.
So yeah, I'd definitely love to check out fucking Billy Joel. I'd love to see what he plays, man. As far as the set, like, oh my god, he has so many good songs. Like, how do you pick?
I know, man. That's the thing with like an artist like him. It's like he's got 2 hours and he's got this. I don't know how many freaking songs, but
like 2 hours isn't really enough, to be honest, because he had so many songs.
Oh yeah,
crazy.
Like for me, like what's like the one Billy Joel song? Like if you heard him play it live, you'd just be like, that's it. I fucking love this.
I don't know, man, because I don't know. I'm kind of a big fan of Keeping the Faith. I don't know if I'd like that live, though. That's the thing. I mean, I'm sure it'd be great, but...
Yeah, I'm sure it would be, but...
I don't know.
Yeah.
New York State of Mind is kind of cool.
Yeah, he would probably do that. I mean, if he's playing in New York, he's got to.
If he's playing in New York, yeah.
Yeah, he's got to do that.
Pressure, or I go to Extremes.
I Go to Extremes would be a really good one, yeah.
Yeah, I think Pressure probably sounds amazing though.
Probably, like with the live band and whatnot.
That
pressure.
Yeah. And just that I can't do it because I can't mock synths, but
who the hell can?
Just that. Yeah, right.
Yeah, man, that would be so cool to fucking see him live, man. Like, especially before he's just like, you know what, I retire.
Or dies.
Yeah,
let's face it, he is getting up there.
He is getting up there, but I mean, he's still surprisingly, spry for his age.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing better than, fucking Joan Rivers is doing, but, I mean, fuck.
Whoops.
Come on, even Joan Rivers would appreciate that joke. Someone else made a joke like that recently, actually, and it was on TV, so I don't feel nearly as bad.
Okay. You got the pass then. Oh man, fucking A. All right, so I think we'll bring this podcast to a close here.
Before any other celebrities that are doing.
Yeah, you want to make a Christopher Reeve joke, you idiot?
He's dead.
Like Superman's dead? No.
He's not dead to me.
Somebody spin the Earth backwards. But yeah, there's I'm going to be actually starting up at least 2 new podcasts for the STS Radio. We're going to be making an STS Radio Network, so to speak.
Yeah.
So there's going to be more podcasts. So is
the show going to get a new name, or is this still going to be STS Radio?
I think we might change the title of this to, I don't know. I was thinking like Diary of
STS Network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a STS Radio Network. We'll just keep this as like STS Radio. I don't know. If we were going to change it, like the only like title that like I keep coming back to is like Diary of a Fat Man or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like the I don't know, just kind of like a play on like the fact that, I'm a fucking fat guy. I could give 2 shits less.
Bereft of other ideas, resort to your most self-deprecating.
Exactly.
That's cool. I can follow that logic. I get it.
Yeah. But the podcast that we got coming up, like down the line, I don't want to spoil like. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to spoil one of them because I don't want somebody listening that's going, I'm gonna beat him to it. But basically, like one of the new podcasts is basically gonna be me and like a couple friends of mine just sitting around just shooting the shit playing poker. Like I'm gonna set up some friggin' microphones to get discussion going, just play poker and whatnot and just see what happens. That could be just like a little like test podcast, if anything, just like see if it's funny. Hey, great, we'll probably keep doing it like once every other week or something like that. If not, then okay, no harm, no foul. And another one that I'm going to be starting up with is you remember Nick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, our buddy Nick from Tenda Wiffle Ball League in Rhode Island. He wants to start up a podcast, and like I know he's like short of funds and whatnot. So I said, look, when I get back to Rhode Island, I'll have the equipment with me, and I said, I'll set up the microphones. I'll help produce the show, so to speak.
Nice.
So I'm going to see if he wants to like put it on with the STS Radio Network. So that way it would be like his podcast, it would be STS Radio, it would be Shitting on Screen, it will be the poker thing, and then there's one other podcast I'm going to be doing. So
very cool.
Which I got to talk to you about because, dude, I want you down here for it because it's just that fucking hysterical.
Is it a one-time thing?
No. In theory, it probably would be, but it's.
You're like, well, it involves you attaching your balls to a car battery, so venturing yes, it would be a one-time thing, but it depends on what you're into, sir.
How do you feel about getting hit by a car, Bruce?
Well, sir, I'm not fond of peanut butter going in that particular orifice, but I suppose I'm willing to give it a try.
We'll just do a podcast like, what is Bruce willing to do for Billy Joel tickets? I'll just put you like the obstacle course from Double Dare.
Yes, that'd be awesome. Actually, I'd
Just-
appreciate that.
Just like run